What's up everybody, my name is Tom and welcome to the second episode of the Pokémon Insurgence Hard Egglocke Challenge. After escaping from that nasty Darkrai cult, finding out that Damien should see a therapist, and saving the Ogre from a terrorist attack, we'll now make our way to every noob's favorite place, Midna Town. We head out into the Shade Forest through the Terranor Cave and we arrive on Route 1, a place chock full of noob trainers. This should be easy for my incredible team. A new route means a new egg token, and we catch it without too much trouble. All these kids want to fight me, so I decide to bless them from my omnipotent mountain. And we run through Taylor, Mark, Lana, Nox, and Darren. Fuck you, Darren. And we catch another egg token in a dark cave and decide to come back later because it's fucking dark. We arrive in the oh so beautiful Midna Town, and after exploring a little bit, we exchange our tokens for some new juicy squad members. The first one is our first Delta Pokemon. It's called Ouija, which reminds me of the worst horror film in history, and it looks like one of those ball insects from Hollow Knight. It's a Delta Solosis, and it has a Ghost Rock typing with Levitate. Very interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not the only new member we'll be getting. We'll be getting a new squad member. This time it's Wally's favorite bitch, Ralts. At this rate, we'll be doing a Fairy Ramona type by the end of it, but it's a really cool Pokemon, so I'm happy with my new friends. We head to the trainer school because we need to get educated if we want to become real trainers. We run into Damien, who tells us this school doesn't actually have lessons, but there will be a fighting tournament. Kind of like my high school. We obviously want to sign up, and we decide to go to the teacher. But not before talking to the coolest kid in class.
Kind of like my high school.
We snitch on him, and we tell the teacher that we want to enter the tournament. But she tells us a student has gone missing. Of course, it's up to us to find her because adults don't take any responsibility in this fucking game. We go to Midna Mine to find the student and we catch another egg token. We immediately hatch it and we get a very special surprise. It's Delta Bulbasaur, called Psychosaur. And I wonder if he's the one that causes Damien's mental issues. Nevertheless, one of the starters has come back. I just wish it was a Charmander. I mean, come on, it's a skeletal dragon. But this also means that the Fairy Ramona type is becoming much less like a joke. But it's a strong asset to the team. We smack up some trainers who apparently have nothing better to do on a Tuesday afternoon until we come across this little bitch who has an Emolga. And this Emolga unfortunately kills Narbles. Thanks for all the work, my friend. You will be remembered. With a bitter taste in our mouths, we continue our journey deeper inside the cave. And there we meet the missing student, Nora. She's talking with Celebi and using its powers to revive fossils. That's probably the lamest thing you can do with a mythical Pokemon. But I respect everyone's decisions. Yeah, not really. It turns out that Nora was chosen by Celebi, just as we were chosen by Mew. She explains that long ago, a prophecy was written about Tauren. It speaks about how a chosen individual is destined to find and defeat the cults, and that this person was chosen by an illusory Pokemon like Mew, Victini, and Hoopa. The cults found out and wanted to get rid of this chosen one. And it turns out that the original first augur was in contact with Hoopa. Nora's afraid that the cults will hunt her down if they found out, and that's why she trains in this cave. Alone. We should also probably keep quiet unless we want our face smashed in. We convince her to go back to the trainer school for the tournament, and we make our way there too. The tournament begins, and our first opponent is the almighty Kyle. He sends out Tyrogue as I send out my Hamish, but Tyrogue doesn't seem to be a match for my thick mouse. Next up, he sends out Riolu, who scares the living shit out of me with Counter. But fortunately, Parabolic Charge is a special move, so we kick his ass with ease and move on to the next round. Next up is our rival, Damien. He sends out Corfish, which my Hamish makes easy work off. And next up is Luxio. Because I don't have any resistances on my team outside of Hamish, I decide to weaken his offensive stats to get an edge with one of my other mons. I turn his offense into butter and send out Psychosaur. He messes with my defense a bit and does some good damage, but Psybeam takes a good chunk of health out of him, and Hamish can finish the job. His final mon is a Delta Wartortle, which looks like a gargoyle ninja. Wartortle makes a good effort, but ultimately, my Hamish is just too thick, and I overpower the Wartortle with relative ease, ending the battle victoriously. The final match is against former champion and potentially chosen lost student Nora. I expect a Celebi, but she sends out Sawaddle, which is a way stronger Pokemon. After seeing how little damage I do with Hamish, I go to Ouija and use Ominous Wind. I forgot he was a rock type and get scared shitlessly and decide to go straight back into Hamish to avoid losing Ouija. Hamish finishes Sawaddle up, and up next is Trapinch. This is a difficult one since our team is relatively weak to his moveset. We switch back and forth to Pessimist and Psychosaur until Leech Seed kills him. Sometimes playing smart is how you win, but a crit would have ended our guys in this extremely dangerous matchup. Nora's final Pokemon is her ace, Quilava. We switch to Pessimist, but it gets smoke screened. I get so annoyed that I swapped to reset Pessimist's accuracy. Quilava smoke screens again, but Pessimist isn't having any of it and rock throws Quilava into oblivion, beating the regular champion and making us the new champion of Midnight Town. We're told to visit Suntouch City for our first gym badge, and that's where we're headed next. But before that, we catch an egg token on Route 2. What will our next squad member be, and will it be able to replace Snarbles? Will we get our first gym badge? Will Damien finally recover from his mental illnesses? Find out in the next episode of the Pokémon Insurgence Hard Egglocke Challenge.